On the eve of WrestleMania, we are about to go into another episode of Triple Threat. And WrestleMania 30 is around the corner, and it's time to get ready for the biggest extravaganza of the wrestling industry.
This is the only thing that I watch on every year that's 4 hours in one sitting. I don't really watch anything else that's 4 hours long.
I agree. It's just.
What about the Wolf of Wall Street?
That's 3 hours, idiot.
Touche.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the Super Bowl is 3 hours, ain't it?
Yeah, if you count the pre-show and
I consider it the same boat. Super Bowl Mania, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, okay, let me introduce the crew. To my right, the California Kid.
Hey.
And on the phone, the guy that wish he was Eric Young, and I don't know why the fuck anybody would think you'd be Batman, the Pipe.
What's the first thing you said?
I said, you wish you were Eric from True Blood.
I am Eric, bitch. I'm a better Batman than you'll ever be, Wolverine, son.
Yeah, and I'll stab you with my clubs if I had a chance.
The day comes when you play Wolverine, I'm gonna be like, go Sabretooth.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, hey, CK, I could have said Lady Deathstrike.
Yeah.
They never make you gay.
Say go Lady Deathstrike?
Or are you saying that you would be Lady Deathstrike?
No, I'm saying go. I could, like I said,
say go Lady Deathstrike. Be cheering.
Go Lady Deathstrike.
If it's Lucy Liu, I wouldn't mind.
Oh
man,
yeah.
They don't really have to explain that to him,
man. But we're getting off topic. Before we get into wrestling news, let's get into some entertainment news.
Isn't it all entertainment though?
Well, if you had Vince, in Vince's mindset, yes.
Yeah, they're on those Vince McMahon heads.
But
all right, go ahead.
Let's get into this. For those of you that are listening to this show, have been listening to this show, I'm a big, huge mark for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and
nothing wrong with that.
You know,
man.
I dreaded the day when I heard that Michael Bay was going to produce this movie.
I believe it was you who said, and I quote, "Fuck Michael Bay."
Yeah. And so this week, the trailer for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out, and all I gotta say is I'll give it a shot. And the only reason was for that scene at the end with Michelangelo. I mean,
yeah, he said just a mask. And I wanted to hear a big cowabunga at that point.
I don't think they'll be able to do that because I think because of legal issues and stuff like that. But
thank you, nerd man. Thank you. It's called imagination. Try it once in a while.
I gotta say, I saw the trailer, and to me, the only reason I would ever see it is because it is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but otherwise, it's like nothing more than just another movie trying to use the Marvel formula. You know,
there's the Transformers elements in there with those scenes.
Yeah, there's a lot of that in there.
Dude, it's Michael Bay. It's
I know,
always,
but you know,
he doesn't do that all the time. He didn't do it in Painting Game.
Every trailer I've seen,
did it have explosions in it?
Not
really. It was. Here's the thing about this. I saw the trailer, and what I'm seeing is like your standard fast moving scene of them coming down some kind of slanted plane or whatnot, and you know, in some frenzy that you see in these kinds of trailers, that on a snow mountain, and you have that one big impact moment where they put that one booming sound effect where it's like, you see that? I mean, it's so formula. It's so formula. You know, to people who have seen a lot of these kinds of movies, a lot of CGI, heavy on the, you know, heavy on the drama, you know, on the over melodrama aspect of it, and just very, it's so formula, it's so today's Hollywood formula. I just hope that the movie has some meat to it, you know, to go in there.
It's just a teaser trailer. I'm sure they're gonna put another trailer soon with a more focus on the actual story and whatnot.
Let's get into detail about the trailer. The trailer opens up with I think they said that the guy that's playing Shredder is narrating the trailer,
Yeah, that's him.
and they showed that the Foot is gonna be like a SWAT team in this one, which already sets the bar low. But I can let that go. Then I think they said that the dude that was in front of the Shredder armor was the guy that's playing Shredder.
Yeah, the guy who was talking at the beginning, talking April O'Neil, that's Shredder. That's the same guy.
He's been in a lot of movies.
Is he Asian?
No,
he's not.
No, he's been in a lot of movies. I've seen. I don't know
Yeah,
the guys.
he's been in a bunch of stuff. He's been in a bunch of stuff fancy. Like he was in like Johnny Mona. He was in
God, he was in a lot of stuff.
He was in that Nicolas Cage movie, Drive Angry. He's been in a lot of stuff.
Oh God, it's just piles of stuff. I've seen this guy. I need to look him up. I've seen this guy in a lot of stuff.
I think his name is William Fickner or something like that.
Yeah. We also get to see.
That, and he was in freaking Lone Ranger.
Oh yeah, he was.
Who he played?
The bad guy.
Wow.
He did.
And I saw
I'll
the.
give you another one. You know the very beginning of the Dark Knight movie when Joker appears?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
He's the one that was. He was the one that the Joker put the thing in his mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, he was the one with the shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the one who was killing people. Yeah.
Oh. So he's gonna be Shredder.
Yeah.
And here's the weird.
I see another trailer first before.
And here's the weird thing. They saying that Crane is in the suit.
Is it like computer system or?
I don't know, but
I mean, I look at it like I may check it out, but that's like the third. That's like number 3 in the list of movies I'm excited to see in August. I mean,
yeah, but
because you got like Sin City 2 and Guardians of the Galaxy, like Ninja Turtles are like way lower than that.
yeah, but as we get,
for what it was okay. Michelangelo, I already know it's gonna steal the show like always.
Yeah.
So,
but
we'll see.
but we get.
And I've got to ask you both. Megan Fox and April O'Neil.
It doesn't work for me. The porn star April O'Neil would be better than Megan Fox. I think I said that before.
Yeah.
See, kid.
It just doesn't. It doesn't do it for me. Everybody's trying to. This is the thing. If something's really good, if something is truly good, there's no need to fix it. That's like adding sprinkles to good ice cream, to borrow a line.
Also, what I was trying to say was, in the trailer, Shredder pretty much says that April's dad and him created the Turtles to be heroes.
It's the term reboot.
Yeah, I don't like these kinds of ideas unless they're. The only way these kinds of ideas succeed with me is if the story is told so well that I can't deny it.
So how the hell Splinter?
You got Raphael still being a badass. And
I had to admit that one scene where they threw Raphael into the truck was pretty cool.
That's what I thought that was really cool how they did that.
Also, another thing, they're too damn big.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, they're about.
Originally, April was taller than them, wasn't she?
Yeah, she
only
was.
in the I think in the '80s version.
Yeah, which I don't see why there's like this just smurge at the '80s version. The '80s version was not. It was goofy at times, but it wasn't as goofy. It wasn't as goofy as some people think.
That's the problem I had with the not Turtles in Time, but the Turtles Forever, where they had four kids.
I hated that crap. I hated what they did to them.
It wasn't that
stupid.
It wasn't that bad of a movie.
It wasn't that bad of a movie, but it was stupid.
It was good.
Which movie?
Turtles Forever, the 4Kids movie.
Yeah,
where they had the
movie.
80s version meet the 90s version. Huh?
That was awful because
It wasn't.
No, I'm not saying the movie was awful. I'm saying the way they portrayed the 80s Turtles.
Yeah, the way they portrayed
awful.
the 80s version was
awful.
dumb. It
was god awful. What a way to insult the very thing that brought them to prominence. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know who cleared that.
I mean, I know 4Kids wanted to promote the 90s version of Ninja Turtles. And
no, they did not. That's the whole point. They did not. Not with that. They did not. Whoever it was just got in there and said, "Oh, we're going to crap on the 80s version, and then people are going to think it's funny." No, we're not going to think it's funny. We're not going to think it's funny.
People give that version a hard time. I don't know why.
They weren't that stupid.
No. I mean, the only one that was that goofy was Michelangelo.
Yeah,
Not
he
all of
was
them,
like that, but all the
but
rest of
not
them were
all of them were
serious as
that
shit.
goofy as hell.
That was the show. It was the pizza.
Leonardo was
Like the
serious.
other three were so serious or had attitude. He was the fun one, you know.
Yeah.
He's that type where it's like just relax, eat a pizza. We're big Charles, but that don't mean we can't have fun. I mean,
Yeah,
so they have that. Wait, is Casey Jones in the movie?
Not to my knowledge.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I gotta say this. For people that watch the Nickelodeon one, the best episode out of the new one is the Casey Jones episode because they play a lot of homage to the movie and cartoon one when they put in Ralph and Casey Jones to the sketch with the way Casey Jones looked in the '80s version and the turtle comic where the Ralph looked in from the comic book. That was a great episode. I like that.
I have to look at that.
in terms of the Michael Bay movies or produced movies, whatever, if you had to choose, which one would you see, Ninja Turtles or the new Transformers?
Ninja Turtles. I seen the trailer for Transformers.
Ninja Turtles.
There you go.
Yeah, we have to go with that one.
It's sad that Kelsey Grammer was in that movie.
I know, it's crazy, ain't it?
How the hell he didn't come back for X-Men?
Yeah, that was like, what was up with
Kelsey
that?
Grammer.
He was the perfect beast. Like, what?
Oh,
I
whatever.
thought he did. I thought he was coming back.
I thought he wasn't.
I think with the ones from the first three movies, except for maybe Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, and Hugh Jackman, the ones from those movies ain't really in it that much.
Yeah. Speaking of
I think
X-Men,
that's what it is. It's like it's really focused on the '60s ones, you know, from First Class.
yeah. Well,
So it's like they're like you got Storm in them. They're probably gonna be in this like a little bit, but you know. So I get it. Like Kelsey Grammer probably didn't want to do that.
let's get into it since we led into it. We all saw the X-Men Future Past trailer.
Yes, we did. The new one, yes.
Yep.
All I gotta say is maybe I gotta hear some feedback. I gotta hear some.
Like I said, people, we know comic book fans. I know you guys read comic fans, and people have their opinions. They're like, it's gonna suck, and it's not following the comic. All that. My opinion is, as someone who just focused on the movies, my opinion is, just like First Class, it's all gonna be on Michael Fassbender. He is either gonna make or break that movie as a young Magneto.
Yeah, it's.
Because he saved that movie last time, and it's gonna be on him this time.
What do you mean he saved that movie?
He made that. He's the reason why that movie was good.
No, X-Men First Class was good because they didn't do all the crappy shit that they did in X-Men 3.
Because no one else could have been that Magneto. Only he could pull that off.
What about the dude that's the old Magneto?
I'm talking about for that time and era, for the VC young Magneto, he nailed it.
Yeah.
That's not taking anything away from Ian McKellen. Ian McKellen's brilliant too. I'm just saying, just like it, and then this one coming up, it's gonna be on him again. Well, him and McAvoy as young Charles Xavier, like he looks like they're gonna put him through a lot in this movie.
Yeah.
It looks like, you know, you see him with the long. It looks like he loses his mind or something.
Why has he got a beard? That's all
Well,
I'm
he's probably depressed, like after First Class when Rogue left him, and you know.
Not Rogue. No. Mystique.
Mystique. Yeah, Mystique. Thank you.
Yeah, you get me so because they're like, you know, they were one of a kind in the animated series, but anyway.
Did it turn out those two were mother and daughter, Mystique and Rogue?
Yeah, no, not really, but
not
really, but
the only blood related.
Was that Nightcrawler?
No, the only blood related child that Mystique had was Nightcrawler.
Yeah, Nightcrawler. The
Rogue was a kind of a adopted daughter.
Yeah, and she and it was a very weird relationship.
No, but like I don't know, it's a big maybe. Don't get me wrong, they are putting a lot of effort in them trailers. Like, you just looking at those trailers, you think this is gonna be an epic thing, you know.
Well, we could hope so.
I was telling Big D this, and I said, this needs to be a hit so we can get Apocalypse next.
We would hope so, but I mean,
they said that's the plan. Like after this one, they're going to do Apocalypse. So,
well, that's
it's too early. It's too early for Apocalypse. I said they just stick with First Class and just work their way up to Apocalypse. I mean, I would.
You need all the heavy duty actors for Apocalypse. I mean, you need like.
Do you think that they should do the Brotherhood first, then Mr. Sinister, then Apocalypse?
I really would like to see Mr. Sinister. That's somebody I would like to see. The other Brotherhood would be good. You need to get one to play. You know.
They can pull that off playing Sinister.
Yeah, but the thing is, the way Fox did.
Oh, that's your question.
Huh?
Oh, that's my question. Like, who do you think can pull off Sinister?
That's a hard one to answer.
I don't know.
Any of you fans have an opinion who plays Mr. Sinister? Let us know.
Could be somebody who's good in makeup.
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment. Let us know if we can put on that voice.
Yeah. Who Mr. Sinister? Yeah, that is a good question.
Yeah.
But my fear would be, I mean, you saw how Fox did Galactus. How the fuck they will do Sinister or Apocalypse?
I know. I almost don't trust them with it. It's just
if Marvel got the rights back to X-Men, then I'd be okay with it.
I know they would do it right.
I mean, hell, look what they did to Thanos.
Oh God.
But we shall wait and see. Okay, one more entertainment news. Sad to say, this season of the Boondocks will be its last. And also, creator Aaron McGregor is not going to be part of this season.
Yeah, Aaron McGregor was saying that he was just saying, he left, there was no hard feelings about it, and he said, it was just something that just had to happen, But he considered, like I said, for me, I saw the trailer for the Boondocks. I mean, I hope it's not a flop, and I hope they were able to take some of Magruder's.
I think it's like I said, with I hope it's not a flop. The story will probably not work. I think it's gonna rely heavily on the cast more than anything. That is a big cast.
So nobody from Rebel Base is helping doing the stories or anything.
I don't know. I hope they.
I
hope. That's why Roy, our friend Roy, he had a thought that was considered to be very controversial. But I thought it may be possible that this whole thing is a work. Like Magruder may have actually. I mean, they've done stuff like this before. What if this whole thing is nothing more than a farce? And we tune in.
We talking about now?
Yeah. What if the whole thing is nothing more than a farce, and he actually did?
I don't think. Yeah, I saw him saying that, and I just thought that just doesn't seem like something he would do.
I just don't think it. I think this may be a farce. The whole thing may be a farce.
I hope so.
For promotional reasons.
It seems far-fetched that he wouldn't want to be a part of it, considering it's the last one. But you gotta look at the way he works and how long it takes him to put these seasons out.
Yeah, I hope it is, because one, if it's somebody else other than McGruger or somebody that's related to McGruger and his company, it's not going to be that good.
I think, here's what I think.
And two, it just won't work without him. And he's the only person that could do it. I just don't see anybody else in the helm to do it, because let's face it, without the original person, most of the time Hollywood just screws it up and pretty much it turns into crap.
Well, it got my hopes up is looking at the trailer.
It's coming out in April, and we have not, except for that little thing, we have not seen anything yet. When usually at this time we at least get a trailer or a preview.
You guys hadn't seen the thing where apparently Stink Meter is back, and like Stink Meter returns, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff going on. I think we're going to get a Stink Meter 4 in this.
Oh, yeah! What my name, bitch? What my name, nigga?
That was great. He's going to be back, man. And
my mama didn't name me.
It's like, yeah, well, pretty sure.
That was funny, man. And like, you know, like I said, it's looking like there's going to be a Sneak
This
Meter
is
4.
the last one. You gotta bring Steve. You gotta bring. Who was that? I just had him in my head.
I think they said that Alicia Tyler's coming back. So
mom.
yeah, I think they said Aisha Tyler's gonna be in, so we're gonna get Kung Fu Wolf Bitch back.
Oh my God!
I don't know how, because she blew up.
Because she blew herself up, didn't she?
Yeah,
It looked like it.
So
they never showed the body.
Yeah.
It just blew up. Like, you just saw the car blow up, but I mean, was she really in there? That's the thing. And is she gonna come?
God, have Ed the Third and Jim Rummy do something.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll be there. They don't miss a season.
Oh, you gotta bring Homegirl back too.
You talking about the what's the name? The
chick.
Oh yeah, the freaking with Girl Scout.
I can't believe I can't remember her name. What is her name?
You talking about
Cindy?
Yeah.
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 But hopefully it's gonna be that good. We gotta figure out a way how to watch it, because it's gonna interfere in the last bits of Raw.
TiVo, that thing or something, recording our tape.
Oh, and I know I'm cutting in because I know BT's the host, but I have to say this. I think you guys will be proud of me.
What happened?
In a while, but I like a new anime.
Wow. He's found a new anime, folks.
And BT knows what I'm talking about too, like freaking Black Lagoon.
That is awesome.
I fell asleep last night. Dude, I was so tired. I fell asleep, and I didn't get.
It's all available at some website on like an anime. Yeah, you can watch the whole thing. It's like, oh my God, it's great.
But did everybody see the first episode?
I watched last week. I haven't watched last night's episode. I just want to throw that out there.
Did everybody see the first episode?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. This is a good show. I like the way they do it. It's kind of like I'm trying to figure out what movie it kind of reminds me of. But
the whole thing of like him getting kidnapped and
having to join him and
he
all
got
that.
Shanghai, yeah.
That sounds familiar. That's been done before.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of it. I can't remember it. But it's a pretty cool anime. I did like the part at the end where he was like screaming and bitching, and then he threw the gun away. I'm like, you idiot! Don't throw the gun away like that.
Like that part when they were in the bar and said, like, don't ever mess with a Japanese businessman.
Yeah, that was
They were all having those shots.
Yeah. Don't ever challenge a Japanese businessman to a drink off.
Yeah. Oh my God! And then I love how it ended, because it ended right when it was about to get big, and then they just ended it, and it was like, okay.
Oh, next episode is good.
You just gave me a reason to come back, so there you go.
Yeah. But
yeah, I just want to throw it out there.
Yeah.
Because I done gave up. I tried Blue Edge since it didn't work for me, and Space Dandy I feel middle about Space Dandy.
Some episodes are decent, but I haven't seen a great episode of Space Dandy.
Well, unfortunately, last night was the last episode till I think they said July.
Well, that's fine. It makes no difference because the show really lasts.
It was a good episode last night.
It was all right.
But
it was like something out of Robot Carnival. I mean, basically, it reminded me of Robot Carnival.
Yeah.
I just wish they could just switch the time slots and put Black Lagoon at 11:30 would be great.
Yeah. They can't do that, dude. It's too violent.
I mean, I had to literally stay up till like 2 in the goddamn morning.
It's too violent. They had to edit the fuck out of that.
Yeah, they would have had to edit the hell out of it.
But Space Dandy, like I said before, it's an alright show. It's hit and miss. I don't understand why you don't like Blue S. It doesn't work for me. Oh boy. I guess it's just me, man. But I will be keeping track of Black Lagoon, since most of my new animes are pretty much gone now. Hopefully they get a second season. Strike the Blood and Tokyo Ravens. But one Funimation anime I wish they'd come back with.
What you got?
Damn It Wonderland. That
Really?
was a good show. It's just that, if I remember correctly, they said that the creator got either pregnant or wanted to start a family or something like that, and that was the reason why they stopped making new episodes.
Oh, that sucks.
So hopefully they bring that back.
Jesus.
But all right, guys, let's get into some wrestling news. Lady Topla's going for TNA. So good luck with that, Dixie, for replacing what's her name. They chose her over that girl that should have won that in Gut Check. But let's talk about two good matches that was on Raw the past two Raws. And they both involve the Shield. Well, they didn't both involve the Shield. It was the Real Americans.
Yeah, the Real Americans.
Yeah.
Usos versus the Real Americans, and Real Americans versus the Shield. Both of them were great matches.
Yeah, they good.
Absolutely.
They're all good.
Especially the ending where I forgot where Uso was gonna fly out of the ring, and then Antonio Cesaro uppercut him. That was awesome. It kind of reminded me of when Shelton Benjamin tried to jump back in the ring and Michaels hit him with the super kick.
Bang! Lit him up, man.
But that was a good match, and the Shield versus the Real Americans was pretty much as a great main event for Raw. Didn't Roman Reigns did a double spear on Cesaro?
I think he did, like nailed him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wish that instead of Cesaro getting not triple, but powerbomb, that it was Swagger that got powerbomb.
Yeah. What was the point of that? Huh?
But it was a good match. What do you guys thought about it?
Good. It just really lived up. It really delivered where it needed to.
Also, I think you said
Great match. And that really should be a feud. Those two, the Shield and Real Americans should be a feud.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be a great story.
Yeah. But let's get to the real big part that people probably want us to talk about. The Daniel Bryan beatdown that happened last week.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Triple H specializes at these, and he's been doing them for years. Every time there's a big face that rises up, you can bet a couple of episodes out of the season, Triple H is going to beat them and bleed them in the middle of the ring and then just pose. And it's one of his, like, auteurships, like, as a heel.
I mean,
these guys aren't even real cops.
But it was.
It's like looking at it that way. The fact that it was just one man, and Dan Bryan, they just threw him down on the mat and all that.
Yeah, it was like
police brutality in front of millions of people.
Yeah, if he was black, that'd be racist.
That would have gotten more heat if the main character was black.
Yeah.
Which I don't think they could ever do that to a black character. They just never have, except for Booker T. But that was different.
Mm.
And that was Shawn Michaels who did that. Never mind.
Okay. You're going to have to elaborate on that.
But other than that, typical Triple H fashion and just beating the crap out of him. And, of course, Stephanie is enjoying it as can be.
Yeah, as long as she gets off on it.
I think so. I love how he kept saying she hit like a girl.
That was funny.
You hit like a girl.
It's like,
but
okay, let's say she hits like a girl.
Was that also kind of funny when they wouldn't have gone out the air and he said, "Look, this is our house," and just going past the mark, which probably pissed off USA.
Oh, I imagine.
Which I don't have a problem with, because honestly, do we really need another show about a rich, spoiled person again?
No.
But it was a good segment, and glad that they did it for the end of Raw. That I was shocked when they used the chair shot.
Yeah, that's rare.
because I thought that was banned, but you know it does stop Triple H because if I remember correctly, him and Taker both got fined for using chairs at I think the Atlanta WrestleMania match that they had.
Oh, yeah, that was dumb. Nobody took a headshot. I don't see why it was so bad. Nobody took a single headshot.
Well,
Like, obviously,
from the way it looked, you know, Daniel Bryan's head was in between the.
yeah, but I'm saying the Taker match, like they all they did was body shots. How do you find?
They took chair shot, didn't they, Mike?
No, they hit each other in the belly and the freaking the leg and the and you know.
Yeah.
Didn't they take when you were in when you saw Taker versus Triple H? Didn't they take headshots with chairs?
Yeah, they did.
I didn't see one. I don't remember that. Fans, let me know if I'm wrong, but I don't remember. I don't remember anybody taking it. When it was Triple H. You mean it was Triple H versus Taker with Shawn Michaels as the referee?
No, that was the Atlanta one. That was the one where they got fined.
You're talking about the first one in Atlanta.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I thought you saw the second one.
They were talking about that one. Those were chair shots.
Well, that was back when they did that. I mean, that was back.
No, it wasn't because they got fined for it.
I didn't know that. I thought it was still like at the cusp of the attitude, and you could still do that.
No, like they got fined. Both of them got fined.
Well, it was worth it. It was an awesome match.
But yeah, that was when I was like so shocked when he used the chair on Daniel Bryan, and then
they probably calculated risk.
And so we go into the Raw after where Stephanie comes out and tells the crowd that Daniel Bryan wasn't going to be there tonight, and then it leads into one of the worst promos ever on Raw. Starts out with Randy Orton coming out, kissing Stephanie's ass. Then Batista comes out and.
Oh my God! Can we just talk about the mic problems?
Yeah, the mic cuts off in and out on Batista. He couldn't understand what he says.
That's what Stephanie said. I can't understand a word you're saying. I mean, there was another mic right there, and he wouldn't pick it up.
I think he was too busy trying to get into the groove of it.
That's what I'm saying. And he's going test.
Well, I mean, all he had to do is just stop, pick it up, tap it, and just go. I mean, it would have made sense. That's what even if we're in like the surreal world of wrestling where kayfabe is on, it still makes sense. I mean, that's not going to break our concentration. I mean,
And then Batista tried to salvage it by saying that he likes to drool on Stephanie. Or everybody's drooled on Stephanie. Some crazy crap like that. And then Stephanie goes and slaps the shit out of him by slapping his glasses off.
Of course she did.
That's like it hurt for real.
I guess he wasn't supposed to do that because that wasn't PG. So
was it a drawing thing?
Yeah, I think he wasn't really supposed to do the whole drooling on her because it's kind of like sexual innuendo, and WWE. Yeah, WWE doesn't want the kiddies to know anything about sex, so I think he got in some trouble for that, maybe. And then Orton laughing like a crazy hyena in the ring, and then
it's funny seeing him get slapped like that.
Yeah, and then Orton speared, and then we all said it. We knew it was coming. Batista ripped his skinny jeans.
Yeah, that was.
I didn't even know until someone posted on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. But that whole set was just it was just horrible.
It's a terrible segment. Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible acting.
But so let's get into the interview with Triple H and Michael Cole.
Oh boy, here we go.
Did anybody have a problem with that segment?
The reality era. I'm trying to believe in it. The reality era.
Ready for the reality.
I don't know what to think about that. It's just like,
I'm at a loss.
You're trying too hard, Triple H.
Yeah, I'm at a loss where it's almost like if he was forcing it. It just was so forced,
I think he was trying to justify the whole a tag and him putting himself in the triple threat, which I don't have a problem with it, but it's just too predictable.
Yeah.
I mean, we all knew Daniel Bryan was going to win and get into the main event, and I think Triple H is like, maybe if I put myself in there, that will keep people from thinking it's be predictable. I'm like, no, it's not.
No, it's not. You guys ruined this from the start by even like having Daniel Bryan go through this. Like, okay, this whole authority angle would have been fine, but they just had the wrong guy. I mean, they can't. How many times can you put Orton against Daniel Bryan and it be a 10-star match? It's not going to be there. It's just not going to happen. I mean, and putting Batista in there is not going to help it either. It's just not going to. It's not going to help. I don't feel that neither of those guys. Not that those guys aren't great performers, but neither of them can deliver at the level it's going to take to get this match over. Daniel Bryan is going to go out there, and they're going to have. At best, it'll be a good. It won't be a great triple threat. It'll be a good triple threat.
You think that's going to be the first match of the show? Mania, Bryan and Triple H?
Nah, they're probably going to do the Andre, the Giant Battle Royal before. It would probably be the middle match.
Yeah, about the mid-main.
I think Battle Royal's probably going to be in the middle.
That'd be too early to do it. It'd be crazy.
But it adds incentive, though. You're wondering, because you can't predict Orton and Batista yet until after that match, when whoever's included, and then, it leads on. You wonder, who are you going to go with then? I'm just saying, if anything, they're probably going to start with a tag match.
Probably so.
But yeah, I think, I hope Bryan and Triple H at least have a decent match.
I'm pretty sure they will. But we'll get into that later. Let's go ahead and talk about the special guests for Raw that night. Anybody?
Schwarzenegger and.
Well, I was gonna do something first. Wait.
Already out, man. Speed up.
All right. As you all know, WWE did a video with Warner Bros. They did a new Scooby-Doo direct-to-DVD movie.
Yeah, I know about it.
So Monday night they had the Mystery Machine come out and out King, Sin Cara, and Scooby-Doo. And they had a little squash match with Daniel Sandow. God damn, I feel bad with Daniel Sandow.
They are just taking a diarrhea.
Dude has gone from being almost close to a main eventer to back to shit now.
Like, not even shit. He's lower than the low card. Like, he's lower than the third card. Like, he's down. It's like they've taken his head and stuck it up through the bottom of a toilet, and now everyone in the company is just sitting down and taking big diarrhea dumps all over his face. That's how it looks to me. That's how it feels, because they're just stepping on him. How much more can you step on him? I mean, is this contract ending or something? They're pissed at him?
I don't know what he did. He must have done something to piss them off.
He spit somebody's cereal.
Yeah, he really got somebody mad. I mean, for them to be stepping on him like this, they made him into the worst clown ever.
But the match was really short, and then they end, and then Sin Cara, party on with Scooby-Doo. Is anybody gonna watch that movie? I already saw a review for it, and it looks like it's not that good.
It's like, God, no, I ain't watching that freak. Well, if I'm babysitting, maybe, but no.
Seriously, WWE City? Really?
God.
What?
The whole premise is around WWE having a city.
Oh.
Oh my God. This is so bad. This is like the worst. WWE, they're just so dorky. They're trying so hard to be this kid-friendly company, and they're just not. It's like it's like the King's New Clothes or the Wolf in Sheep's Clothing. You just can't be
what
the
Emperor's New Clothes.
Yeah, the Emperor's. Thank you. The Emperor's New Clothes. It's like you can't be something like. You're looking at something parading around the room as something, and it's obvious that they're not. It's so bad. They're trying. The cheesy level has gone up the level past level 10 now. It's so bad. They look so stupid. It's a shame. I can see why CM Punk walked out. It wasn't about the storylines or anything. It was about the direction of the company. My God, it's awful.
Well, that's what we believe he walked out for.
Yeah.
Speaking of, let's get to it. Arnold Schwarzenegger came out during the Hogan segment with what's the dude's name from True Blood? Alcide?
Alcide.
No, what's his real name?
Joe.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce his last name. It's just call him Joe.
Yeah, to promote the movie. Was it Sabotage?
The Sabotage movie.
Yeah. Did they have him
really
in?
Bad this weekend.
Yeah, I saw it online that it didn't do too good. Oh yeah. 5 seconds. All right. Anybody got any orders? Schwarzenegger, Jose want to get out right now?
What's that?
Anybody got any Arnold Schwarzenegger jokes they want to get out right now?
Wow. Those take time.
Well,
get to the chopper.
Sylvester Stallone still making those expendable movies.
Oh yeah.
That's your last bit right there. And I'm sorry, man, but the fact that I like Arnold, but let's just face facts. Like this weekend, you got bitch slapped by Russell Crowe and Noah's Ark.
Wait a minute, that did better?
Yeah, that did better. That other Christian movie, the Peabody and Sherman movie.
Wow.
That it debuted. That Schwarzenegger movie debuted like number 6. They said it was his worst showing yet.
Here's the thing. I too also.
I guess it didn't have that many puns in that movie.
No.
That's why.
What
killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
He had so many great lines. He's like, when he was, wait a minute, he's like, screw you, and he took the drill and drilled the dude through with the drill. Oh my God, it was funny. Dude, no, I personally, now see, I look at it.
It's not the tumor.
Stick around.
Stick around? Yeah, stick around.
Stick around.
Oh yeah, man. It was called when he in Commando at the end of when he throws that pipe at him.
Oh, anytime he said the hell with you.
Yeah, blow out some steam. Blow off some steam.
Yeah, blow off some steam.
And the steam.
What was that one? When he showed up at the party, he had a gun and shot the one. Goes, I'm the party pooper.
Last action hero. Oh my God! I love Arnold Schwarzenegger because
I love him.
he too, like, thing is the biggest joke of all is that, and he may have the last laugh, is because he looks at all this and he's got to know that we think that he doesn't get the joke. Like, we think that he's taking himself.
He totally gets
That's what I'm saying. We're sitting here thinking that. I think a lot of people sit up and look at Arnold Schwarzenegger and they think that he's not in on the joke. He knows he doesn't. I don't think he takes himself that seriously, and I think that's what's cool about him. But as far as the movies, the newer movies go, he needs to. At his age, he really needs to get somebody. He really needs to start signing up for better writing.
He must be doing it for the alimony.
It must be. It may be a monetary thing, but in my opinion,
he was acting wise. He was actually pretty good in that other one was still on it when they were in the prison.
Yeah.
Netflix. That he actually was.
I heard that was pretty decent, but here's my thing: like, he just at his age, he's
Did
really
anybody understand what the
serious
fuck
material.
both of them were saying in that movie?
Oh my God!
Did anybody understand what the fuck they were saying in that movie? Because Tennessee with Stallone and Arnold, you kind of need a translator to understand what the hell they saying. Especially like on Raw. Most of the stuff he was saying, you couldn't understand what the hell he was saying. Hogan, you have 2 more spots for 2 more people.
You have 2 more spots for us, for 2 athletes.
I just really think he does that on purpose.
I can see Alcide in there, but no.
I wish Alcide he probably couldn't do it on Raw, but Joe, Alcide, he does a really good Macho Man impression.
Yeah, he probably could.
I heard on the podcast, on Nerd's podcast, he does like the whole, like, well, I gotta tell you, I don't like it.
Nobody can.
Is he really a wrestling fan?
Yeah, he's a big wrestling fan.
Oh, now I like him even more.
Yeah, Macho, like I said, Macho Man was his guy.
Oh yeah,
Nobody ever got the old guy gimmicks down like Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal killed it.
Yeah.
He killed it. This was just for that moment he had with Flair. That was one of the greatest Ric Flair moments of all time, man. That was awesome.
Yeah.
What was that?
When Jay Lethal had that.
He was talking about the rivalry between Jay Lethal and Ric Flair. Remember back when Fortune and he came out and he had that woo off with Jay Lethal and.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like whoa, time, whoa.
It's like Space Mountain. I'm Space Mountain. I'm Space Mountain. They killed it. I mean, Jay Lethal had him down, man. He had all the mannerisms down. He had it down, man. He's good, man.
Yeah. But unfortunately, the promo gets a little bit more worse with The Miz showing up and one of the most god-awful beatdowns I've seen in WWE history.
That's got to be talking about when Miz showed up.
Yeah. Nothing against Al.
The worst bitch slap I've ever seen.
Nothing against Al C. He did a good job, but good lord, that slap. I guess Arnold was like.
Miz sold it perfectly.
I guess Arnold was like, well, The Rock got his bitch slap. I got mine. It's called the Terminator slap.
Well, you are really on Schwarzenegger today.
Of course. Get to the chopper now.
No. The chopper. Oh, God almighty.
Oh!
And then Hogan, he grabs Miz and just throws him out the ring.
At least Miz pants didn't split.
Oh, damn. That was a good burn.
Burn. He's been on fire, man.
You got punched by Schwarzenegger and Alcide and thrown out by Hogan and your pants didn't split. I say you had a good night.
Yeah.
How many people can say they got punched by Schwarzenegger, so...
Well, he got slapped.
With slap, sure.
But, you know, it was what it was. But, you know, you want to talk a little bit about the Diva segment?
If this is how they're going to have AJ lose the belt, it's going out of style.
Was anybody else kind of shocked when Rosa Mendez came out on stage and like, what the fuck?
I don't know. She's had so many different hairstyles, I can't even tell anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
My wife's very excited that Layla's back.
Yeah. But this seems like it's going to be a clusterfuck.
You don't even know what the match is yet.
We'll get into that later. But I think that pretty much covers everything. I think that pretty much covers everything on Raw that was important. So let's see. Are we going? Oh yeah, let's talk about this. Unfortunately, Christian suffered another concussion.
Oh boy.
Christian. So I don't know if he's gonna be able to still do the battle royale or not. But over the
they're gonna probably make him retire soon.
well, that's the rumor is that he's probably gonna retire after his contract expires.
When's that?
I don't know. I don't have the information for that, but it's. I think they said it's the summertime. It's gonna be summertime. Summer.
They said they will have him retire and have him take a job as an NXT trainer.
I don't know how, because from what I seen on the show, they really hate him.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, with the whole blue dot thing.
Oh
yeah. And shit.
And JBL has just been busting his ass for the longest time.
I think that's more Vince than JBL.
Well, Vince telling JBL to say all that.
Yeah. Which I don't understand. I mean, Christian is a good worker and he's a believer.
JBL really don't want to say he like, what they're going to do, fire him, he's going to be poor, he's going to be just fine, so I bet part of him really just don't mind saying it.
Yeah. But,
I don't get it either. I don't get the dissing the Christian. I mean, there's going to be just tons of other people in that company that should be trashed like that, but for Christian, that just seems fucked up.
Yeah.
And then he got another concussion. It's like, poor dude.
Yeah. But hopefully everything's fine with him. Got anything to throw in there?
Just he's Christian. He is Christian, and I mean, if he retires, I wouldn't say he's been. I know a lot of people think he's this. Some people have mentioned that he's a decent worker. I thought he was decent. I just never. He had a few good matches, but I just never had a great Christian match in mind. I can't remember a great Christian match. Like, I really can't. Can anybody remember a great Christian match?
The one with Jericho.
Yeah, a few. Yeah, that one. Yeah, but.
That was a ladder match with Jericho where he fucked up his back.
Yeah, but I mean.
Oh, him and Jarrett.
It was all right.
Yeah.
It wasn't. Got the big one though.
It wasn't great though.
It wasn't great, but it was still good though.
Yeah, it was good, but like I said,
and he finally got the big win.
I'm glad he did succeed. I mean, it shows that a person who's average can make it off hard work. I did like what he stood for. You know.
Him and Orton were really good. I always thought him and Orton had great matches.
They had good matches. They had really good matches.
And when he finally fought Edge.
Oh yeah, the Edge. Yeah.
When Edge counted that one move he usually does with the ropes.
Yeah.
And slammed his ass. I mean, I thought that was good.
He had his moments.
He had moments. Like, that's really the only ones I can think of.
Yeah, I just couldn't.
Any match involving him in a ladder is gonna be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But let's get down to it. Like we said, next Sunday,
before we do, you know one last thing we gotta talk about.
Okay.
How do we feel about Razor Ramon going in the Hall of Fame?
Okay, thank you. Let's talk about it. It's both Razor and Mr. T.
Yes. Oh, and did we mention Carlos Colon before?
Yeah, that was on the last show.
Alright.
So my thoughts is, I guess Mr. T finally caved in because if I remember correctly, the reason why he didn't want to get into the Hall of Fame was because they inducted Pete Rose and he thought it was a joke.
Oh.
So I guess he changed his mind about that.
It's funny he would have that. It's funny he would have that opinion because like Mr. T was never really a worker at all. I don't see he was mostly, and some people in locker room, including Roddy Piper, did not like him.
Oh yeah, Piper hated his good.
Piper did not like him.
I mean, Mr. T must have sounded really bad at Piper for that dude to hate him. He just
Piper apparently from what Piper had said, well, what little he did say about it is just the fact that he just didn't like the fact that Mr. T was coming in getting the headline, WrestleMania, and he
like he didn't like him because of the fact that he was headlining WrestleMania.
He didn't like him because he was getting into.
Sounds familiar, right?
Yeah, well. Piper stated, it was like just because he came from a background where guys had to bust their ass to get into business, and you see somebody get into the business because of celebrity, and he just said he just didn't like him for it. He didn't think Mr. T had any ring talent at all, and he thought that he just didn't like the fact that they would give him this much prominence, and he never did any work out there. And it was them who were going to have to carry him through it. So Piper hated him. Piper grounded him most of the match. You saw Piper did. He said he grounded him.
Yeah. But I am kind of happy Mr. T's in there. If any celebrity needs to be in there, it should be him because he did, do things that were meant something to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I mean, more than Drew Carey, even though I like Drew Carey. And, Pete Rose and all.
I didn't mind Drew Carey that much.
What was the one star that they didn't like getting into the Hall of Fame other than Pete Rose?
Was the one star what?
Was there another celebrity that Trump, I didn't understand that either.
Yeah, I understand Trump. I was like, okay, what?
Well, what? I mean,
I said,
Trump.
go ahead.
The Trump thing is like, yeah, people have reason to hate him, but you know, he did contribute to those meetings. I mean,
Oh yeah, he did do that.
so I give him
He was
that,
a backer. I think he was a backer.
I think
yeah,
so.
it was a back. It was in his casinos where they did it.
They did like 2 WrestleManias.
Yeah, he was one of their
And then
backers.
that millionaire versus millionaire match.
Yeah, you give the money, you give the guy with the money anything he wants because he's the guy who kept you going during those holes.
Despite how ridiculous that match was, people were talking about that stupid hair versus hair thing.
Yeah, it was watched. I mean, everybody watched it.
Yeah, but you know, it's deserving Mr. T, and you know, I'm happy for him.
I still wish it was Cindy Lauper though.
Yeah,
I don't know why she's holding out.
She's
or
holding
why
out.
she's not doing it.
She won't do it.
But,
I don't know why.
You know,
yeah, actually, it's true. She won't do it. I guess.
She was rocking wrestling, man. She was.
Yeah, she had a lot to do with their success, just as much as Mr. T. So, but good for him. I'm sure that'll be a great speech.
we need another translator. I was, yeah, pretty much. Because God knows it ain't gonna be Piper.
Oh God, no. that'd be funny though.
How much you want to bet that's the real reason why Piper wanted to be in WrestleMania?
I guarantee it's gonna come up. Be like, you're gonna have Mr. T come out there, say thank you for the Hall of Fame, he's gonna hit the bagpipes.
Yeah.
He's gonna come out there with his swag and be like, 30 years ago, you really are. We're in the main event. You know. Yeah. And it's like, and now I come for revenge. And I'm either knock you out, and then some current wrestler's gonna step in or something.
Yeah, something like that.
And then Mr. T says, I pity the fool. And, yeah.
I pity the fool. But
that's Mr. T.
That is him.
Yeah. Well, let's get to the main person, the bad guy, Razor Ramon.
Oh yeah.
He's going into the Hall of Fame, which I'm very surprised that they would do, you know, both Jake the Snake and Razor, even though people have been saying that since Jake got inducted. I mean, like I said on Pike's Facebook, DDP's gonna do double duty with those two.
Yeah.
But it's fitting that Razor's getting inducted. I mean, with all the stuff that he did as Razor Ramon, you know,
that was a great character, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was like, man, he was my favorite back in the 90s.
Yeah, I mean, even though he was a bad guy, you know, people liked him.
Yeah, he was cool.
He was one of those first that really showed you can be this awful, evil character but still be loved, you know. When I was
a kid, man, I was so jealous of Savio Vega because he got to wear one of those cool vests that Razor Ramon wore. You know, I wanted one of those vests.
I remember that one year the Rumble was on my birthday and we watched it. It was him versus Bret Hart for the belt. I thought Razor Ramon was going to win it.
Oh man, I wanted him to win. I remember, like I used to watch his Intercontinental title matches like biting my nails because I was just like, no. Like, don't let him lose.
I remember that one scene where Sean Waltman beat him, and then he was outside by I think it was Jim Ross, Vince, and Macho Man. And Macho Man, he was looking at Macho Man, and Macho Man was looking at him. He's like, "What happened, brother?" I don't know what happened, man. That was funny as hell. But like, you know, I said before, I remember like when my Scott Hall stores when they came to Macon, it was WCW Nitro, and this was like the beginning of the whole storyline with the Outsiders.
Oh yeah.
And I was sitting like by the Ratters, but like to the where the ground floor was, and I was sitting and I knew there was some kind of commotion, but you know I didn't know what it was. Then I saw this guy in the blue denim jacket come walk up. I'm like, who is it? And then I thought about it, and then I said, it's Razor Ramon. And luckily, I was able to pat him on the back before he was gone. And then he got into the ring. He did his promo, and you can see me.
You said like, you want a war?
Mm-hmm.
You don't get one.
Yeah.
And then you can see me. It's in the NWO DVD, and it was just one great time.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, you can see him there. You guys check that out.
Yeah, I got it up on my Facebook somewhere.
Yeah, it's just so I'm very happy that
But
character is getting inducted. And oh my God, the Michaels match.
yeah, the Intercontinental ladder match.
One of the greatest ladder matches of all time.
Yeah,
That definitely paved the way for future ladder matches to come.
yeah, it still holds up to this day.
Oh God, yeah. And you think they're gonna have DDP induct both of them? Do you think maybe Nash will induct them?
I think it's probably going to be Nash or Triple H. My money is going to be probably Nash.
I'm guessing that just like I think DDP is gonna induct Jay.
Yeah, and then Nash will induct Scott Hall.
Yeah. Scott Hall, man, wrestled. The guy did travel the world, and he wrestled in a lot of different promotions, man. He, for good or for bad, he did a lot. I mean, he played a big role in the turn of the NWO and the American wrestling. I mean, he did a lot. He went around and he accomplished a hell of a lot for never having held the main belt. He accomplished a lot, man.
Yeah.
He was never a world champion, but he sure as hell did a lot.
Yeah. So is that gonna be like the last? That was the last inductees, right?
I don't know.
I believe so. That is the last one.
So
that is the most interesting list of honorees I've ever seen.
mm,
I gotta get the network now just to hear all these speeches.
yeah. So I think, do you guys think it's safe to say that Warrior is gonna be the main event?
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be Warrior.
Warrior is going to be the speech that everybody's going to wait to see because, frankly, nobody can say they actually know what he's going to say. Nobody can say that. Like, who knows what he's going to say?
Yeah.
I imagine Carlos Colon will probably be first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably do Colon, then I guess Mr. T, then Razor, then Lita, then Jake.
Paul Bearer.
Huh?
Paul Bearer.
Who?
Paul Bearer.
Yeah, Paul Bearer. Paul Bearer's going to be second to last, I think.
Yeah, third or second.
Yeah, you think Paul Bearer's going to headline it? I think Reed's here. I think Warrior's going to headline it.
Yeah.
Paul Bearer's going to be second. He's probably going to have his kids probably do the speech,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Percy Greenwood.
That's true. Jay the Snake might headline, though. You never know.
Yeah, you don't know.
I doubt it. But let's get into it. Like we said, it's time for our WrestleMania predictions.
Yeah, because we got about less than an hour and a half. But, Alright, ready?
Yeah. Let's get started with the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. What? Did I
How the hell are we supposed to predict that?
Okay.
Okay. Just because of the fact he's
Just
0-9,
pick somebody, man.
Show.
Who? Show?
I guess because he's 0-9.
It's going to be show.
That's going to be your pick, too?
Yeah. Don't worry. Show. It's going to be show.
I guess I'm going to say show Miz or Drew McIntyre.
Oh, fuck, y'all.
Then he finally breaks the band up.
If we're picking two, I'm going with the Show Off, Dolph Ziggler, and my crazy pick is going to be Warrior.
Yeah. That's a good crazy pick, actually. I would have gone with that.
Yeah, I know. Kid?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with show, and I'm gonna go with Shadai's crazy pick on Warrior.
Yeah.
All right, let's
I
get.
guess I want my crazy pick to be Lita.
Yeah, that's another good pick.
Why the hell not? That's why.
Yeah. Let her win it.
Okay. Next up, the tag team turmoil is Usos, Real Americans,
Right, Axel.
Rob Axel for some crazy stupid reason, and Los Matadores.
I swear the reason they got in there is because his dad getting inducted.
Probably so.
Hey, no, I'm gonna say I would love for Cesaro to get a belt again, but I'm probably gonna say Usos.
It's gonna be the Usos. I feel bad for Cesaro.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna break up after this.
Oh, I guarantee it.
Yeah, it's got to happen. It's done. It's run its course.
And I hope Ryback gets hit really, really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get to another pick. Did you already pick? You said Uso?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's get to another match. The Divas. Is it going to be a battle royal or whatever? It's going to be Divas turmoil. Pretty much every Diva on the roster.
You want to name them all right quick?
Do we really have time?
No, we don't. Good. The hell of a thing if AJ win this thing, but because I have no freaking idea, I want to say Naomi.
They're trying to push her. They really are.
And my answer is, yeah, they're really trying to. Anyone but a Bella, I'll say that.
I still think having Naomi chase AJ Lee would be good. That'd be it would draw more attention to the women's division to kind of focus on that more and keep AJ trying a step ahead of her. Just keep the chase going. It would build Naomi to something great. AJ.
Or they started doing that with Emma, one of those two.
Yeah, but I think Naomi's the one. I think she, the eye patch was hot. I liked it. It worked. Like I said, her look. She's really a fine ass woman, and she can go.
Eye patch, I think governor.
She can go. She can go. I mean, she can really go. But see, the thing is, I don't think we've really seen what AJ Lee can do. They need to put her in there with somebody who she can really get in there and put on a show with. And I would like to see her be chased for a while for the title, but don't take the belt off her yet. It's the wrong time. It's too soon. Let it. You have a build. Let's build on it. Let's work it there. Let's get there. But yeah, I mean, Naomi get the title, but not yet. It ain't time yet.
I think it's gonna be unanimous. I would want to say AJ win it, but with the whole thing with CM Punk,
yeah,
I just think that they're gonna do it to mess with Punk. I don't see AJ walking out with the title, and like we said before, the only person from the Total Divas, which let's be honest, that's who's gonna get the belt. Somebody from Total Divas, so they can promote the show. And plus, you gotta remember, I think like last year, this was like the halfway point to Total Divas, and they had to cut off and do a second season. So I wouldn't be shocked that they put it on somebody from Total Divas. Long as I'm going with Naomi, but
I would feel better for her.
I'm going with Naomi.
I feel better for her. I still don't think they should take the title off AJ, but
I still think that Naomi shows the out of all the new divas that she really cares about the business, and she really is trying to crone her craft, because it just seems like she's doing new stuff, like the whole, what was the move she did on AJ when she came back, the thing off the top rope, and I want to hit like Michael Cole and fuck it up.
No.
But
give me 1 second, I'll be right back.
It was
you talking about when she came off and she
I want to say corkscrew moonsault.
It was you talking about the split leg?
Yeah, split leg.
That was the Rob Van Dam. That was the Van Dam split leg moonsault.
Yeah, she did that.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Yeah, I loved it.
And I wouldn't have a problem if she had a title, just as long as it's between her or Natalya. Maybe a little Summer Rae, but I wouldn't go that far. But
Thank
you
you,
know,
man.
it's long as it's,
Doing the job.
huh?
No, don't say
but
it's like.
I had to go right quick.
oh,
Yeah.
but
Everything.
long as it's between Natalia or Naomi, I won't have a
I
problem with
really
it.
want Natalia to get it, honestly. That's another one.
For some reason, I just don't feel that WWE's gonna give it to her.
She
Deserves it, but
I think she's above it. I think she's too good. Like if you've seen
I
some
don't
of her
think she's
indie
above.
stuff,
That's kind of lame.
she's
She's
watered down.
Ain't above it.
She's been watered down. She
I
can
wouldn't
work.
say she's above it. I think she's kind of at a stage now where she's starting to give up, where it's feeling like they're not going to give it to her.
Yeah, but I mean, shows her work too. I mean, she's just tired.
Yeah.
I don't think she's
And
tired.
then you look at these people in this match, like you can just X out so many folks already, like Oksana, Rose, what's her name? Rosa Mendez,
Yeah, whatever her name is. I never heard these people.
Summer Rae, please.
Fake ass Marilyn Monroe.
Who?
Fake ass Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even Marie, please don't make me laugh. I mean,
Did anybody see that picture that they put up on Total Divas?
I saw that, and my first thought was, I've seen way worse. I'm just like, and then because I did watch Total Divas, and I saw that episode. I love the fact that she told Karen that she didn't accept her apology. It's like, okay, now Eva Marie's tough. Okay, you still can't wrestle with her, damn, but you're tough.
Mm.
Seriously, her wrestling makes you feel like freaking Macho Man at this point.
She is bad.
Horrible. Dude, don't you dare give her that belt Sunday.
Yeah, here's the thing, man. Like if they like I said, if they give Naomi, I'll be okay.
That belt, I will pay Oksana to mess up her how she did Naomi.
I think that here's the thing.
I'm kidding. Go ahead.
I think that here's the thing with this match in particular. Like I said, the odds favor Naomi or Natty, but my whole thing is this still like if AJ keeps it, it'll be better for the show. It'll make them hungrier. The matches will get more brutal. The chase will be more desperate, and it should be a focus on Naomi going after AJ Lee. And then later,
that is the better story.
Yeah, if you were gonna do WrestleMania, it should have been a single with Naomi and AJ Lee, not this match. It would have been better as a single, so that Naomi can really prove that that she can do it. You know what I mean? It's just a couple of things that I just, like I said, I have problems with this. But I mean, it's whatever, man. It's their title.
You think that's gonna be the worst match of the night?
Maybe. But it just depends on what they do for the Battle Royal since it's mostly full of jobbers on there.
Yeah.
But let's see. All right, let's talk about this one. The new card is added. I think this week. Shield versus Kane and the New Age Outlaws.
It's just weird to me that the Outlaws are wearing suits.
Well, you do know that they're like agents.
I know that. I'm just saying it's weird that the characters are wearing suits. The characters.
Yeah, they bring it into characters.
I mean, they know all the way back being old school and how they used to be. It's weird seeing those characters wear suits. I understand Kane wearing a suit because, that's not surprising with the Outlaws. But other than that, Shield.
Yeah, it's pretty much going to be I won't say a squash match, but pretty much damn near close. It's just them getting the Shield over.
That may probably be the first match of the show.
I would say it'd be match of the night, but as old as Billy Gunn is and how he's been winning out so much, it'd be almost match of the night. Almost.
I'm pretty sure Seth Rollins is going to sell a lot in that match.
Oh yeah, he's going to have to be the sacrificial lamb for the entertainment value.
And of course, the big applause moment when Roman Reigns does a Superman punch.
Oh yeah, they're going to love it.
And then he takes that deep breath, and everyone goes, "Whoa!"
Yeah, they love that.
Yeah. Okay, let's get to another one.
So we also say Shield.
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 Okay, next match, John Cena versus Barry Wyatt.
I still think he's the one new guy Cena would job to, so I'm going to say Bray Wyatt.
I want Bray. I want Bray to win this because it's time. It's really time for them to really establish him as a powerhouse. And
would not be surprised if there's a rematch next pay-per-view.
Yeah, which would be dumb, but they would do it just simply to keep Cena over. But I think Bray should win this. I really think he should. I think Cena should go ahead and take the job for him. Start getting some new blood in the main event picture.
Let me say this. The thing on Raw where Cena faced was it Luke Harper?
Yeah.
The thing at the end where they turn out the lights and Cena is like tied up in the ropes with the sheet mask on. I thought that was pretty awesome.
That was good.
And I'm glad that.
I love how the crowd was even saying this is awesome.
Yeah. But I'm glad that finally somebody told Cena to stop with the corny bullshit and finally get serious and act like he's afraid of Barry, because I think that helps the storyline more than what they did at the beginning.
It's symbolism for this new.
Also, was I the only one that was thinking Warrior versus Hogan when they did that segment with the fucking mirror? I'm like, please God, don't let them copy that shit.
No, they're not gonna. If anything, they would take it and make it better. But like I said, it's symbolism. This whole thing with Cena was symbolism for a fear that's been hiding. That Cena is having to face a new generation of workers. Now, he comes from this was an era of the entertainer that Cena's been over. But now the worker, there's a new era on the horizon of the worker. And although WWE is trying everything in their power to suppress the ROH influence style that's been coming in, I think it's time to embrace it. I think it's time to just let's get back to where we watch these matches in this sports entertainment show that are hard fought. The wrestling business is there. We're going to see some really, really good action in the ring. And of course WWE is always going to deliver on storyline, but let's get the matches back. Let's get the Intercontinental title back to prominence. Let's make something matter. Let's start getting the show back to what made it a success. The workers, those guys really put the show over. You had some great entertainers over the years, but man, now you got Bray Wyatt, you got freaking Daniel Bryan. I mean, you got guys you got Cesaro, you got guys who go out there and work, man. And for God's sake, you got a lot of guys on the lower mid card that can work. I mean, you got freaking Cody Rhodes. He's great. Come on, man.
Yeah, just don't do any more flips out of case.
Yeah, let's not do that. But still, he's good, and they got a lot of good talent.
Let me bring this up before we do our picks about this. Was anybody a little disappointed they didn't do brother versus brother like we all thought they would?
I am disappointed that's not happening. I was really jealous of that with Cody and Goldust.
Yeah, well,
I think that match would have been great.
Hell, if they didn't want to break them up, that's fine. You can still do the match.
Yeah, I liked having them as a team myself but I didn't think they should have lost titles to the Outlaws. That was stupid. But I mean, they could have. I would have had them just feud the Usos. I didn't like what they did.
That would have been a great feud too.
Speaking of Goldust, you see how pissed he was at Fandango for that match?
Yeah.
He was pissed off.
What did he do?
Oh yeah.
I don't think it was. But see, that's the thing. I don't think it was Fandango's fault. I just think it was just.
Yeah, because
accident.
he make his head bleed or something.
Yeah, but I don't think it was his fault. I think it was just an accident.
I think it was a straight up botched accident.
It was just an accident.
No.
But Goldust, he gets emotional, but I think he just needs to chill out.
Yeah, it was just a match. It looked good. The match still looked good.
Yeah, it was a great match.
It was a great match.
Mishaps happen.
Yeah. So what's your pick, Cowboy?
For this match, God, just it's fine. I'm just as long as it's not a screw up. As long as they don't screw it up.
I'm gonna go with Barry Wyatt because it needs to happen and Cena needs to do it. The only problem I have with
you're talking about the Cena match?
Yeah,
still?
Cena.
Yeah, I'm saying let Bray. He's got to win it, man.
Yeah. All I gotta say is that Why in the blue hell is it like for the third straight time at WrestleMania, it's got to be about Cena's legacy? Can we stop it with
At
the
least he's
game?
not in the main event, though.
It's not a
Yeah,
real.
but still, it's like 3 straight WrestleManias is about it's Cena's legacy. I'm like, fuck it, fuck the legacy bullcrap.
What legacy? I don't get it. What legacy? What legacy? What is everyone? What are they talking about? There is no legacy. There's no Cena legacy.
That'll be a topic for another day.
Yeah.
Pike, go ahead.
Sounds like a fun game, buddy.
What?
You know, he said it was a fun game, but I mean, what legacy? Anyway, we'll get in that next time. But anyway, though.
Yeah, I think it's. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a great match too.
What's your pick?
He said, do you pick Bray Wyatt or Cena?
I said Bray Wyatt right off the bat.
Yeah.
All right. The since it's gonna be a 3 main event, the semi-main event, The Streak versus The Beast, Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. I'm surprised they didn't say
Really,
it's
the only match at Mania that matters.
Yeah.
Nah, I wouldn't say that.
It is.
Whatever.
What, you don't think Daniel Bryan?
No, it's just
No,
a pointless.
Bryan
They're just trying to
Johnson,
cover
no.
up the fact that they screwed up this entire season. Like they're just trying to cover that
match
up.
you always wanted to see. I mean, I've seen them fight before, but I always wanted this to be a Mania match. So yes, this is the one that matters.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be a great, violent, brutal match, and Undertaker's gonna slide by. I wonder if he's gonna walk this, if he's gonna walk after this, but you know,
Yeah. It's
Brock's
gonna
gonna
be.
get very violent with him,
Yeah.
and but I think Taker's gonna slide by. Brock's the only one I would believe could end that streak, you know, win it, it'd be believable.
I do like the promos, even though the whole thing Monday with him kicking the cast was kind of dumb as hell.
Yeah.
But it's been a pretty good promo. Not as good as Punk versus Taker's promos, but it's been pretty good.
Not as good as even Taker Triple H when they had the Metallica song.
Yeah.
That was cool when they did Metallica's music with that. I wish I could have done something like that with this, but it's been okay. It's been okay.
It wasn't better than Michaels and Taker.
Huh?
I say it wasn't better than Michaels and Taker.
Oh, yeah, Michael's a
Obviously,
Taker.
well, obviously not, but
But it's gonna be a good match. I just hoping that Brock can slow the match down and don't, I mean, it's one of my, fears about this match that, Brock is not gonna help Taker hide, slow it down for Taker and try to go too fast to the point where they be messing up a lot and you can clearly see it.
Yeah.
But
Brock.
that's my only fear about this match. But other than that, it's going to be a good match, and I'm surprised that they didn't do a no DQ or any kind of stipulation for the match. So, because I thought with the video game, with the whole streak thing, they had us face Taker in a no holds bar match. So I thought, maybe they were going to do Brock and Undertaker like that. So
It's going to be a single, and the fact that it's a singles match where there's so many ways to lose makes it more dangerous for Taker. I think the singles match is fine. It just makes it that much more dangerous for Taker.
yeah,
There's so many ways you could go out in a regular single.
I'm going to go with Taker. But
Taker.
it's going to be damn near close.
It's going to be close.
I mean, he's going to fuck Brock.
Taker's gonna slide by.
To me, Brock's going to fuck Taker up more than what Triple H did to Taker at Atlanta.
I'm actually gonna F5 him at least twice.
I say about 6.
He's they're gonna go through the Spanish announce table, of course. It's some kind of way the Spanish announce table is gonna get decimated, and it's just like I said, it's gonna be by a hair. Taker's gonna be grabbing the ropes.
All I gotta say is, for the love of God, Brock, don't throw him like you did Triple H on that table.
Yeah.
Because that would probably kill him.
Yeah.
Or hurt him up a lot worse. But, so, what's your pick, Calvin?
Taker. You gotta go with Taker. If you don't believe by now, it's just you gotta believe I mean, Taker's going to do it, but it's going to be by a hair. I'm with Pike on this. It's going to be he's going to slide by on a stick of butter.
Very thin margin.
Yeah, very thin margarine.
Would not be surprised if that's match of the night.
There may be. It may be.
Okay, we're going to combine these two since it has to do with the match. Daniel Bryan versus Triple H and the world title match.
Okay.
Excuse me.
How about we do this as a prediction? Okay. How about we do this as a circumstantial prediction as to what would happen if this happened? So each of us should take a turn, just discuss. Okay, what's gonna happen the first one? What's gonna happen the second one? So let's shoot. Big D, you're up, man.
Thank you for explaining.
Yeah.
But let's see. Like I said, I think Daniel Bryan's gonna win. I think Daniel Bryan is gonna win the title. But here's what's gonna happen. Daniel Bryan's gonna win. Triple H is gonna get upset, and he's gonna beat the living crap out of him to the point where it seems like Daniel Bryan's not gonna make it to the main event. And somewhere in the middle between Orton and Batista, Bryan's gonna make that courageous comeback. Maybe Triple H add himself just to add himself for the sake of it, and they had the match, and then somehow Daniel Bryan pulls the upset and wins the belt. But that's how I see that thing. Bryan's gonna beat Triple H, and it's gonna be a good match. And Triple H is gonna beat him up, and then the whole scenario of Bryan's not gonna make it to the main event, and then he somehow miraculously comes out and he beats Orton and Batista to win the title belt. Pike, you go.
That's pretty good. You know what? Just because he said all that, and that's how I feel it's gonna happen too, I'm gonna go the opposite.
Yes, you're gonna.
Daniel Bryan is probably this close to defeating Triple H. Triple H sees some kind of way pedigrees him, beats Daniel Bryan, and then you're gonna have Triple H versus Orton versus Batista. Whole crowd booing the whole match, the whole night. Might see some good offense from Orton, and then Triple H then back and forth, and in my mind while this match going on, I'm playing the Evolution theme song. And just when it looks like Triple H is about to win, Daniel Bryan shows up, does the finisher on him, and then Batista powerbombs. So I'm gonna say Batista wins the belt.
Damn, that's grim.
Batista wins the belt, and people are throwing trash and screaming no, and the fireworks are starting. And then by the end of it, just remember to roll the credits and be like, see, Guardians of the Galaxy, August 1st.
Yeah.
And so I'm going, but obviously my prediction is complete opposite. Daniel Bryan kicks your way to the end and then wins the belt. But the other way could happen with Triple H. So yeah.
Okay.
Daniel Bryan.
Wow. Okay. Realistically, this is my turn. Okay. Realistically, if they were gonna do what Pike said they were gonna do, and they get to the end, and they get, and all of them are getting the ring at the end. Triple H, Orton, Batista, they're in the ring, and they're getting ready for the main event, and the booing and trash starts to fly. I think it's going to fly right from the offset. I think as they're coming down, it's going to fly. I think it's going to fly so bad that they're just going to stop and stand there in the ring, and the commentators aren't going to say anything. It's just going to be silence, and everybody's going to throw trash and stuff, and there's going to be like at least a good 3-minute standoff with them in the crowd until finally Triple H just leaves the ring. It tells Orton, it talks to Batista. They sit there, they're talking, and the fans are still booing. I mean, it's loud, and the commentators still haven't said a single word. Nobody said a single word. Nobody's got a microphone. Triple H and Batista get into a large argument, and then Batista shoves him, says "fuck you," and then gets out of the ring, slowly starts walking to the back. Triple H is staying there with Orton. Triple H gets out of the ring, walks down the ramp. Then there's like this, Orton's just left in the ring, wondering what the hell's going on. There's like this 5-minute delay. Nobody's saying anything. They're still on the air. Everybody's wondering what the hell's going on. And then finally, Daniel Bryan's music hits. He comes out. They run the main event. It's a stellar match. It's like 10-star match. Daniel Bryan ends up winning the title straight up. There's no explanation. Even when they come to Monday Night Raw, there's no explanation as to why that happened until finally later, Triple H finally comes out after weeks delay and just talks about and doesn't say a word to the fans. He stands in the ring and just says on a microphone, it was what was best for business. Drops the mic, walks out of the arena, and the show continues. That's realistically how it should be done. But here's my prediction. I know I'm talking about it. Here's my prediction. Okay, this is my wild prediction as to what's going to happen at WrestleMania. Okay, what's going to happen is Daniel Bryan's going to get in the ring with Triple H. They're going to wrestle. They're going to have this great match. Like Pike said, they're going to have a great match. But at the end of the match, one of two things is going to happen. Either Daniel Bryan's going to come close to winning, and all of a sudden Ric Flair is going to show up and cost him the match. This will happen in this match, or it's going to happen in the last match, where Daniel Bryan's going to be outworking the hell. I think it's going to be done as Daniel Bryan's going to be outworking the hell out of Orton and Batista, and he's going to be inches away from winning the title, and Ric Flair is going to come and cost him. Triple H is going to try once or twice to stop him. And he's going to thwart it and still come to within inches of winning. And then the last second, Ric Flair is going to come out there and cost him. And maybe Daniel Bryan will still win. But I really see Ric Flair coming in this equation somehow. But that's my prediction. That's it. Right now, if they don't want to surprise us, it's going to happen the way Big D says. If they don't want to surprise us, that's how it's going to happen. If they want to surprise us and make this worth our time and our money, they're going to do it. They're going to bring Ric Flair in, and they're going to tease Daniel Bryan winning, and Daniel Bryan may win or he may not win. It just depends on what they're going to do. I don't know. I honestly don't know what's going to happen, but I know that if it's all just they're in this shithole because of and this could be said to be our season finale of this show, and I'm going to wrap it up by saying they should have never took the belt off Punk. That's my prediction. That's why they're here. That's why they're here. They're here because they screwed up and gave the belt to The Rock. That's why we're here. That's why we are here in this situation where you have a main event that's not going to be as good as it could have been. It doesn't matter if they do the triple threat with Orton, Daniel Bryan, and Batista. It's not going to be as good as it would have been if it had just been a simple single with the backing of the Authority, backing and Paul Heyman and Triple H backing CM Punk going up against Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. It would have been beautiful.
Question: why would the Authority back CM Punk?
Because he just does turn. It would have been beautiful. He could have just turned and they could have set it up to where he was the guy. I mean, they could have made him that guy.
Wouldn't that kind of go against his character?
That's fine. That's fine. It would have been good. It would have been a good twist. He would still been champion. He would have been a heel.
Good twist.
Punk can turn on a dime.
That would go against his character.
He can turn on a dime, man. It would have been like the time Hulk Hogan. Well, it was a Sergeant Slaughter went Iran. I mean, it would have been fine. I mean, it would have been like any other.
But that's a difference. I mean,
I understand its principle. but I'm talking about the fact that you would have got a better main event. It just would have been a way better main event. It would have been. I don't care how they did it. It would have been a main event. It would have been a better main event. It would have made a better match. But now we're looking at this triple threat with one guy who's overrated. His moves are sloppy. The other guy who's actually a decent worker and a good heel, but just can't keep up with Daniel Bryan, going up against Daniel Bryan in triple threat. It's going to suck. It's going to be okay, but by WrestleMania standards, it's going to suck. I'm telling you. It's going to blow.
One they can't wrestle, are you talking about Triple H or Batista?
I'm talking about Batista. I'm talking about the over Batista, man. Like, it's going to be, what could possibly happen, unless they bring in a surprise element, which they should, if they put Daniel Bryan in a triple threat against Batista. We've seen Batista wrestle. Everybody on this show who's ever been on the show has seen Batista wrestle, and we all got to agree he's overrated. He's not that good. And I mean, Orton is good, Orton's a decent worker, and he's a good heel. But Orton is nowhere near the level to pull off a WrestleMania caliber match against Daniel Bryan. We're talking about WrestleMania, the main event.
The only thing that could top that and be like a huge, major WrestleMania surprise is if somehow Daniel Bryan is about to lose to Triple H. Then I don't know where Cult of Personality plays. CM Punk comes in, GTS, Triple H.
There's a winner.
And then puts Bryan over Triple H.
That's what I'm saying. There has to be for
That's
WrestleMania.
The only way they have like a huge WrestleMania payoff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The payoff. That's what I'm saying. They lost, in my opinion, with the setup they have now going into this triple threat. The payoff that could have been is lost unless they do something like what you just said. Unless something big happens, they're gonna have to bring in a whole bunch of surprise elements into these two matches. These two matches are gonna have should have a whole bunch of twists and turns and stuff. I mean, to make it really worth our time, or else it's gonna just be a dry blow. I mean, really, that's what's gonna happen.
Maybe they could have Ultimate Warrior come in and screw Triple H.
That would, you know what? And especially if it was non-kayfabe. If they played it off as non-kayfabe, it would be brilliant. It would be brilliant. And then have Vince McMahon come out there and punch him. It'd be freaking awesome. They get into a fist fight. It'd be brilliant. It would be brilliant. I mean, you couldn't write something like that. It'd be awesome.
God forbid they get Hogan in them.
Please, no. God forbid.
Like the Raw.
Don't jinx it. I don't want Hogan anywhere near the main event. Oh, God, no.
Maybe he gets his leg drop.
Maybe he'll attack Warrior. Was it Hogan versus Warrior again?
No.
Oh,
you know what's funny is how you were talking about trailers earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't mention Rock and Hercules.
Oh yeah, he is doing Hercules. I forgot.
And
I'm surprised you didn't mention that of all those trailers, but no.
Well, since you brought it up, you might as well talk about it.
No, I just wanted to say that. Now back to the match. I think that's the only way. I agree with Zeke said about that. And this, I think with this match, a lot of people are going to start sleeping or be on the computer, not even watching the dang thing.
Yeah.
If it is going to be Orton, Batista, Joyce, if it's Orton, Batista, and Bryan, that crowd's going to be saying yes the whole dang time.
You mean
their fingers up? Someone with their middle fingers up, and
somebody gonna be trashing their dirty DVDs and shit.
Yeah.
Again.
Like you said, it's just if they go with anything, they're gonna have to do something special because that's the only way you're gonna get a good payoff.
For WrestleMania 30, absolutely gotta do something special.
Yeah, if nothing happens in the build of this triple threat,
I can hear it now. Just when the match is about to end,
they would need to do something. I mean, something would have to happen. I mean, if it.
Or maybe you'll hear
the
Razor Ramon music.
Oh yeah, well we're all gonna be there. We're gonna be watching WrestleMania, and Godspeed. Hopefully they do. Hopefully they really do know what's good for business, because they don't know what's best for business. They're gonna suck balls at WrestleMania 30. I mean, my God.
Well, I guess we end on that note. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Hopefully WrestleMania goes off without a hitch, but
you never know.
We never know.
Hope everyone enjoys watching on the TV or their iPads or their PlayStations or Xboxes, what have you, or phones.
It's hope for you Xbox owners that it doesn't fuck up. But thank you to the California Kid. Thank you to the Pike. And
you're welcome.
Please subscribe and comment. And we'll see you later. Bye.